What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new football news video where we will talk about Pep Guardiola's comments over Liverpool FC. He said that Liverpool have a great history in Europe, but they have only won one Premier League in 30 years, so they don't have a great history in the league. Well, football didn't start in 1992 and I have some very harsh words to say to Pep Guardiola. But also, what do you think about apparently the news coming out from various news outlets, including Sky Sports and other news outlets, that Erling Haaland is on the verge of agreeing a 5-year deal to join Manchester City. Man City will have no problem paying his release clause. Apparently Haaland already told Dortmund he's leaving at the end of the season and he's going to Manchester City, and he will be getting £500,000 per week plus a big signing bonus like 30 million surely to his agent and another 30 million to Haaland and his dad, plus 70 million to Dortmund as well. But when you have unlimited money, you can't really excuse not winning the Champions League. But yeah, let's talk about first Guardiola's comment. He said the history is what it is. We need to do 9 points or maybe 6 right now. But everyone in this country supports Liverpool. That's the other strange comment that Guardiola made that I want to hear your thoughts on in the comments below. And of course, if you enjoy these videos, leave a like, and if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss the latest Liverpool and other news and football videos. And Guardiola is seriously deluded if he thinks that everyone, the media and every football fan, supports Liverpool who doesn't support Man City. Are you out of your goddamn mind, Guardiola? Yes, there are a lot of pundits, a lot of journalists and a lot of neutral fans who like Liverpool and who like Jurgen Klopp, because there is a lot to like. Liverpool weren't built on artificially inflated sponsorship deals and oil money. They weren't built on human rights violations and slaves in the United Arab Emirates, and of course, Man City get unlimited money to just buy their way to the title. Man City weren't even in the top 6 before their owners came about. And yeah, I respect a lot the Man City fans who have been Man City fans all their lives and who have been in the 2nd division and still supported Manchester City. They deserve this success. But the new Man City fans who came on this ride after Man City became the richest club in the world, those fans are just glory hunters, in my opinion. And Guardiola is honestly deluded if he thinks everybody supports Liverpool, because for one, most rival fans of the top 6 clubs absolutely hate Liverpool, and they want Man City to win the title because they can just say Man City have bought the title. It's a lot harder for a club like Manchester United or for a club like Chelsea to stomach Liverpool winning the title, because Liverpool have earned it, and we went about it in the organic way, building the club up with a brilliant manager, with the right recruitment, and that shines a light on their failure, on Manchester United's and Chelsea's and Tottenham's and Arsenal's and Everton's failure of spending a lot of money but not getting closer to the Premier League title or Champions League win. Chelsea, of course, won the Champions League recently, and but they have also spent a lot of money as well. But my opinion is that most of the top 6 rival fans want Man City to win because they can just say Man City are still a small club, they just bought the title. But if they don't want Liverpool to win for once. And also a lot of neutral fans for some reason have a massive hatred for clubs like Liverpool or Manchester United, these huge clubs. Understandable in some aspects, because there are a lot of Liverpool fans around the country and they probably interact with them. Some of the neutral fans interact with either Liverpool or Manchester United fans, and yes, we can be unbearable sometimes when we win the Champions League or the Premier League. Because fans like to gloat and stuff. And of course there are a few absolute idiots among the Liverpool fan base as well. But what I want to stress is that Guardiola is absolutely deluded if he thinks that in the media everyone supports Liverpool. In fact, I think there are more people in the media who don't support Liverpool than who do support Liverpool. And in the media, people who support other clubs, I don't think they want Liverpool to win for the same reason as I said. It's a lot easier to, explain Manchester City's success than Liverpool's success, because for a journalist who supports Manchester United, this must be, a horrendous time, because Man United spent a lot more money than Liverpool, and they have been nowhere near a Premier League title since Sir Alex Ferguson was their manager. They haven't been in a one title race for the last 7 or 8 years. So yeah, let me know what they think about Guardiola's comments. And I think Guardiola absolutely hates Liverpool with every fiber of their being. You know why? Because he would want to be the manager of a club like Liverpool. And he absolutely wants Manchester City to be Liverpool, but it absolutely pains him that he can't. He can't get the fan base, can't get the history, he can't get the tradition, he can't get the respect that Liverpool has around the world. And also he can't get the Champions League that Liverpool, even when Liverpool didn't have great teams, we still made consistently Champions League finals. We already won 2 Champions Leagues in the Premier League era. Manchester City, big fat 0. This will be our 5th Champions League final in the Premier League era. If Guardiola wants to talk about the Premier League era, let's talk about the Premier League era. Yes, Liverpool have just 1 title. That's okay, that's true. But Liverpool have made 5 Champions League finals, winning 2 of them. Potentially we could win the 3rd Champions League in the Premier League era. Man City, 1 final, 0 wins. So Guardiola, shut up, because you don't know what you are talking about. Everybody supports Liverpool. What is that? Honestly, I can't get my head around. He's on the wind-up, surely. And this shows that Guardiola is properly rattled by going out of the Champions League once again. And many pundits and many fans rightfully question Guardiola after this, because there is literally no excuse for Guardiola for the last 11 years to have 0 Champions League titles, when almost every season his team was the favorite to win the Champions League. He only won 2 Champions Leagues. Guardiola has the most losses in Champions League semi-finals in the competition's history. And also, he went to Bayern Munich when Bayern Munich won the German League, the German Cup and the Champions League just before Guardiola stepped in the door. What does he do at Bayern? Didn't even get to 1 Champions League final. 3 semi-final losses at Bayern Munich. Then he goes to Man City, he loses to Monaco, he loses to Tottenham, he loses to Lyon. Monaco and Lyon. I mean, many English fans call the French league the Farmers League, which is quite disrespectful, but it's just true that it's a lot lower quality. So to get knocked out by Monaco and Lyon, with a Manchester City team who spent £1 billion pounds. That is absolutely unacceptable. And then also, you were 2 goals up in the 90th minute of the second leg against Real Madrid, and you blew it. You threw it away. And then he's pointing fingers at Liverpool, that Liverpool won 1 title in 30 years. Wow, Guardiola, you can't get more salty than that. And I really hope that you guys are loving this rant. I'm actually enjoying getting it off my chest, because honestly, I every single year, I hate Manchester City more. At the beginning, I didn't have a problem with them until they became this entitled to success and this cocky. You know that the Man City owners and also the Man City fans, they think that because they have money, that they are entitled to success, and also they are looking down on everyone else, and that's absolutely not the Liverpool way, and that's absolutely not the way I see life and the way I see football. And Guardiola should really just shut up and deliver a Champions League, because until then he will be a massive fraud and a massive failure. With Erling Haaland, of course, Man City will have an even bigger chance of winning the Champions League, but I'm not too bothered, because Man City have always brought in great players, and Liverpool will also bring in probably great players, not as great as Erling Haaland, but at Liverpool we make world-class players and not buy them, and that's the difference. Liverpool bought players from mid-table clubs or even relegated clubs and made them superstars, At Man City, they have an injury crisis right now. Guardiola is crying about having John Stones, Kyle Walker and Ruben Dias out for the rest of the season, which by the way is just 3 games. Yet he has Nathan Ake, a £50 million defender, Laporte, another £50 million defender, Zinchenko, another like £40 million defender. So poor Pep Guardiola, oh no, he only has like £140 million worth of defenders to call upon. Oh, what will Man City do? Probably win every game still. Absolutely ridiculous how the authorities and UEFA and the Premier League are letting Man City get away with this. It's pretty obvious that they are cheating financial fair play rules, but I already made a separate video on that. Watch it. It's uploaded. It was uploaded yesterday. Guardiola said that the next Wednesday when they play West Ham, I think. They play West Ham and Wolves. That is 2 very tricky games with so many defenders out. I'm hoping and praying that Man City will lose at least one of those games. But even then, Liverpool will need to win big to get a big shift in the goal difference. By the way, shame on Newcastle for absolutely lying down to Manchester City, and they were walking in the second half. They weren't even trying, they weren't even running. It's an absolute disgrace to the Newcastle shirt. The Newcastle players just gave up and they gave Man City a big win. So yeah, Guardiola is not complaining about that, I guess. So Guardiola said, our destiny is in our hands and this is important. We have to look at ourselves. With 1 point or 3 points, nothing changed. We have to do it. And honestly, even if Man City win the Premier League title, I don't think their season has been a massive success because, one of the main reasons why Man City win the title almost every year is they have, as I said, 3 defenders out and they still have another 3 defenders costing £120 million just sitting on the bench. So they have the squad, they should win the Premier League title every single year with the amount of money they spent, with the manager they have, what they have. That should be an absolute given. And for Man City to not win any other competition, to go out of the FA Cup, the League Cup and the Champions League, it's a failure in my opinion. Man City should win every competition that they enter because of the money that they spend and the squad they have. So it's a failure even if Man City win the title. That's just my opinion. And I always find it funny that Guardiola basically is obsessed about Liverpool because, as I said, he wants Man City to be Liverpool so much, but Man City will never be Liverpool. You will never get the fan base, you will never get the tradition, the history, the family values, everything that Liverpool stand for. It's in a lot of aspects a polar opposite of what Man City stand for and what Pep Guardiola stands for and what the Man City owners stand for. You look up the human rights abuses and issues and the slave and slaves dying in the United Arab Emirates, and also look up women's rights and how women are absolutely oppressed in that country as well. And I'm sorry, but I agree with Jamie Carragher, who said after the Man City Newcastle game that Man City can win as many Premier League titles as they want. They will never be considered a truly huge club, a big club, until they win the Champions League. Because you can win, there are like 45 European leagues, European countries. And even if you just count the top 5 leagues, the 5 strongest leagues, every season there is a champion, so there is 5 big champions for the 5 big leagues. There is only one Champions League winner. So if you had to choose between the Champions League and the Premier League, I would always choose the Champions League because that's the bigger trophy. And Man City have never won it. They have made one final where they absolutely didn't show up. Chelsea won it very deservedly. And yes, of course, I would love Liverpool to win the Premier League, don't get me wrong. Man City were always favourites for that, and also Man City were in January 14 points ahead. So even for Liverpool to be in this position, to be in with a chance to win the Premier League, it's a miracle because everybody wrote us off. Even I wrote Liverpool's title hopes off in January when we lost to Leicester, when we drew with Chelsea. I thought the 14-point gap was just too much, but this Liverpool team showed incredible resilience and consistency to claw back that 14-point gap. And let's see what happens against Man City, against West Ham and against Wolves. Those are two very tough away games. West Ham still have a lot to play for. They still have they still want to qualify for the Europa League after their great run in the competition where they got knocked out in the semi-final by Frankfurt. Wolves also have a small chance of qualifying for European competition as well, so they will try everything against Man City at home as well. And Man City, without Diaz, without John Stones, two of their best centre-backs, I hope they will struggle. I don't expect it, I don't count on it, but as a football fan, I'm always hopeful that something will happen. And also Erling Haaland going to Man City, it's an absolute joke that every year they can buy £100 million worth of player, or 70 or 60 or 50 million pounds worth of player without batting an eyelid. And that's the problem, that Man City don't really have to think about their transfer strategy. They don't have to sell to buy players, because if you buy a £50 million player and it doesn't work, you can just write it off because you have unlimited amounts of money. You can just inflate another sponsorship deal artificially by your owners, and wow, you get another 50 million in the bank, just like that, appearing out of thin air. That's not how Liverpool and many other clubs work and operate, but Man City, the authorities are letting them get away with it, and that's the harsh reality of the Premier League right now. That's my opinion. Of course, you can disagree with me in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.